Hi, how's it going? So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do what's called a first look inside these library books that I got. Usually I kind of preview all of the library books that I show, or any books I show in hauls, not thrift store hauls or bookstore hauls, but library hauls, because I want to make sure it's a book I really like. But I want to show you guys fresh from the library books that I got. It would be like my first impression of these picture books, and if I really like them, you'll probably see them in future videos. But yeah, so first I want to share a really quick thrift haul. I went to two thrift stores that are local to me. One was actually just a library bookstore. Our library has like a little donated bookstore, and then the other one is just this thrift store. So this is Dr. Zhivago, and this is a vintage copy. It is kind of messed up on the front, but that's like, you know, someone left their cup. But it was like $2, and my husband really don't know much about this book. I'm sorry, let me move this. I really don't know too much about this book other than it's like a classic, and he collects vintage copies. So I got this for him for Christmas. So yeah, so this is just a vintage copy of that classic. This I got for us, Garden State. I'm building our DVD collection, and I love this movie, so good. Okay, these are books that I got for some kids in my family that I'm building up a collection to give them like a collection of used books, like a used book stack each. So I got Fablehaven, which all of these my daughter helped me pick. So she said she loves all of these, so, and they're all her age. Fablehaven by Brandon Mull, which is like fantasy, as a gift. This is Pegasus by Kate O'Hearn, which my daughter loves, got as another gift. For these two are for the same child. This is for a different child. This is 11 Birthdays by Wendy Mass. Another one, this is more like a little bit more, I think, like realistic fiction-ish. But this is also middle grade fiction, and my daughter really enjoyed it. And so I'm getting this as a gift. I'm going to show these also in a future video and talk more about them, and when I start doing my gift guides and stuff. Okay, so this is another book, Inling by Catherine Applegate, and this will also be for that. Like these three, I'm thinking this little girl likes fantasy, and so we're going to give these to her, and then we have some other ones to give to her sister, which is more realistic fiction. Yeah, so that was from, I have one more thing. This is just a random thing. It's just so cute. I saw this green chair. It's honestly what it is. It's like a dollhouse chair, and my daughter didn't want it. I was like, look how cute. You want that? And she was like, no. She plays with like Barbies and LOLs, and they're too small. She doesn't really play baby dolls a lot, so I was like, I want it. I just thought it was so cute. I'm going to like try to find like a vintage like Alf. Y'all remember that? Alf? That show? A vintage Alf, or like a vintage E.T., or like a vintage like weird like 80s stuffed animal to put on it. I need to find like the perfect size, but I was like, put this in my house for me. I love it. I thought it was vintage at first. It's not vintage. It's like a reproduction, or just like try to make it look vintage, but it's not. But that's okay. It's wood. Okay, that was from the two little thrift stores. And then now I'm going to show you guys the library haul, which, like I said, let me show you first what my daughter chose, which is different, and then I'll show you the flip throughs of the picture books. I'm always looking for interesting picture books. So this is just, she already put her bookmark in it. This is Spaced Out by Stuart Gibbs. This is, she's completing the Moon-based series, and we reserved it. So this is middle grade fiction, and it's a mystery, and I believe it's the second one. But so she really wanted to read that. And then she also is finishing this series. This is Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is YA, and she read these two. Love them. So now she's on to the third. And I'm not sure if this is like fantasy. I think it's like fantasy-ish. I'm not sure. Like she said, like cyberpunk. I don't know, like science fiction maybe. But the other one is mystery, middle grade. Okay, so those were the ones she picked. So she knew about those. But then this one I just randomly picked. I know nothing about it. I literally just like picked it. Richard Roper, How Not to Die Alone. It's Never Too Late to Start Living. This is just looks like a contemporary fiction novel. Who knows if I like his writing or anything like that, but it's like, No one wants to die without having really lived. Andrew's been feeling stuck. For years, he's worked a thankless public health job, searching for the next of kin of those who die alone. Luckily, he goes home to a loving family every night. At least that's what his coworkers believe. So it sounds like it's dealing with loneliness and stuff like that. I like books like this, so I will figure out if I like the writing and check it out. Okay, now this is what I'm calling a first look, because all of these books I'm about to show you guys, I literally just picked from browsing on my library's website, and they're all picture books, because I want to put together like a gift guide at the end of the year where I show all my favorite picture books of the year. And honestly, like, I haven't found a lot this year, new ones, so I want to, like, I'm looking right now to do that video because I love doing like picture book compilations and like collections, my favorites. Okay, so this is The Birdsong by Benjamin, and it's like Chaud. Okay, this is a pretty big book. And yeah, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, of course, but just to show you guys like a look through of the illustrations. So the illustrations are what drew me in to the cover. It's like, deep in his den, Papa Bear starts to snore. Winter whistles through the forest. Hibernation has begun. So yeah, so I'm not sure if I'll like it, but I do like the illustrations. I tend to like picture books with beautiful illustrations and that are a little bit more like advanced or like upper age picture books, because of course I'm an adult and my daughter's 10, which we're reading different stuff now. You know, when she was younger, we would read, you know, stuff with lots of sounds and things like that, but now like I'm looking for more of like a story line. Okay, Something Someday, Amanda Gordon and Christian Robinson. I really like him as an illustrator. So this one really grabbed me by the cover. It's really graphic and bold, and it looks like the author's using collage. You are told this is not a problem, but you're sure there's something wrong. So we will see. It looks like it's something to do with the life of a little boy and maybe making friends. So we will see. But that's like the first look. And then this one, I'm really familiar with this author, but never this book. This is Mac Barnett. And then again, Christian Robinson, same illustrator. I've been wanting to explore more books by him. And this is 20 Questions. Another one, very pretty, very bold. And it caught my attention. Even this is beautiful. How many animals can you see in this picture? And then you count. Okay, so this one, yeah, I could tell already. This one's for a younger audience, which is totally awesome. But, so if you have younger readers, you might be interested in this. But for me, this probably won't make my end of the year list, only because I'm looking for a little bit older in age because of what I'm looking for. But this is still looks like a really wonderful book. This is Evergreen by Matthew Cardell. And then, okay, so maybe he's the author illustrator. This one is a new picture book that reminds me of vintage style. It's like an older looking, it's like Evergreen the squirrel is afraid of many things, thunder, hawks, and the dark paths of the forest. But when her mother tasks Evergreen with delivering soup to her sick granny, the little squirrel must face her fear. So this one caught my attention about the plot and about the illustrations. I love books about facing your fears and things like that. This one reminds me of like Little Red Riding Hood a little bit, because the squirrel is going to be bringing soup to her grandmother. And so I will see if I like the story, but already I like the illustrations. Also, I want to say that, you know, like really younger kids don't have as much of a attention span sometimes, not always, but sometimes as like longer picture books. So I think there's a huge difference with like younger age picture books and like a little bit older audience. And that's why these, I have no idea what I'm opening. And that's probably why I don't show a lot of picture books in my normal videos, because I'm very, very, very picky and hardly any make the cut for what I'm looking for. But this is Birdsong, A Story in Pictures by James Strum. Mainly I just pick them based on the cover, and then I get home, and get to check out the storyline and stuff like that. Okay, so this one's a cute little small one. Oh, I think this one's wordless. Oh, okay, I love wordless picture books, so we will see how I feel about this one later. I'll probably share them on my Instagram, or I'll share my favorite ones at the end of the year if I can like recheck them out, of course. Or if I love them so much, I might even purchase them. Okay, so this one's really interesting. This was in like the picture book section, but it looks like a really big one. I'm already intrigued. It's like Telephone Tales. Gianni. Oh, it's like Rodari is the author, and then illustrated by Valerio with Vidali. Okay, so right away it's beautiful. It's very modern. And let's see. I don't know if it's like, oh wow, it's like, okay, this is like a lot. Let's see what. I don't know if it's like short stories. Every night at 9 o'clock, wherever he is, an accountant who often travels for work calls his daughter and tells her a bedtime story. But since it's still the 20th century world of payphones, each story has to be told in the time, that a single coin will buy. Okay, so composed of many stories within a story. Oh, okay, so this one's interesting. This one's like it said, I didn't realize, oh, look, it has, so this one's like interactive. Look at that. Wow. Very artsy. I love stuff like, so can't wait to check this one out. Like to read it. To see. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. So I love discovering books like this. Very unique. Look at that. Oh, wow. Cute. Cool. So I will read it, or at least start to see. And yeah, so that looks really interesting. This one definitely looks like an older age picture book. Okay, this one, Space Matters. Jacqueline Lynn, or I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Jacqueline, and Lydia Nicholas. Okay. Let's see. My family is like Cajun French, and like we have a lot of names that are pronounced different but yet similar, some of them. And they have this woman, I knew her name was Jacqueline, but it was like the Lynn, it was like connected. A lot of like Cajun French is totally different than, anyway, like, but yeah, it was like different, but it was like one word, Jacqueline, but anyway. Oh, okay, so, oh wow, this is interesting. So this is all about like spaces matter. Oh, look, they help make sense of sentences, of course, because you need the space. Look how cute. And to see. So this one was interesting. I think this one could go for different ages. But yeah, I think it's geared for a little bit younger, but I think it's a very interesting concept about what good is empty space? Is it useful or informative? Can it be playful? Might it even be inspiring? Find out. Cool. Okay, this one again captured my attention. I've been really like into bold colors lately. Usually I'm opposite, but I've been really into bold colors lately. So this is The Tiny King by Taro, Miura, and just looks really cool. The tiny king lives by himself in a big castle, guarded by lots of big soldiers. Every day he eats his meals at a big dining table, though he can never finish all the food. Once upon a time in a land far, far away, there was a tiny king. Look at that. He lived all alone, so it'd be interesting to see what happens. Look at that. Cool. Oh wow, this is like vintagey. It looks like they used some photos and then like black and white, almost like black and white photocopy type illustration with the collage, and then also some original paintings or some type of digital art. I'm not sure, but it looks interesting, so we'll see. Okay, this one, Way Past Jealous by Haley Aldman, illustrated by Karen Wall. This one, I love the illustration, I love the color, and I love books about emotion, so yeah. Yaz is jealous, way past jealous. She loves to draw. Yaz loves to draw, but no one ever notices her pictures. Everyone notices Debbie's pictures. One of Debbie's drawings is even on the classroom wall, so I see where this is going. She is jealous because the other So Debbie is getting more attention than her. Okay, so the last one is a picture book. Open this little book. Jessie, Klausmeier, and then illustrated by Susie Lee. That name sounds familiar. I want to say I'm a fan of her other work as an illustrator. Okay. Oh, okay, so this one's another like interactive one. Open this little book. Open this little red book. And read about Ladybug, who opens a little green book. Reads about Frog, who opens a little orange book. So this one's like a book within a book within a book. So this one, yeah, I definitely think this one's geared towards like, I would say kindergarten age, in my opinion. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean to be the case. But yeah, so this one, but it's still nice to experience it for me. I just mentioned that because, you know, there's such a large variety of picture book types, even though a lot of them are lumped together. And then a lot of them are lumped by board books, which of course are for younger, and then like picture books. But oftentimes that picture book section is so huge because they're just, and I'm not saying it should be different, but so for me it's hard. Like, so when you check out books in the library, because I do curbside, I don't do curbside pickup, but I do like reserve. I don't go browse in the library very often because I get like overwhelmed and like I sometimes get like a headache or something. I don't know, like looking down and up. So I often just choose books online. So I don't get to survey them, like sample them. Now I could go on Amazon and look at samples, or go on like internet, Google and stuff like that. And I'll do that if I'm going to purchase a book. But yeah, so that's why it's always fun. And this was a little look inside with me, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye.